Hello, Christmas presents mean Christmas packaging and an opportunity to upcycle it into things you can use in the garden. In this video I will show you some of the once used throwaway items that I have recycled into useful, usable garden aids. And I will give you a link to other videos that show them in action in my garden. Enjoy the video. This is a grow vegetables video and an upcycling update special. Okay, let me just show you some of the items that we're going to upcycle and tell you how we're going to upcycle them, and then I'll also tell you how to watch videos that will show these items actually being used in a gardening setting to grow vegetables. Okay, these don't need any introduction, do they? Rocket sticks. This is part of a cardboard box. The other part's off to one side and I'm going to show you what I've made with it. We're going to upcycle cardboard boxes. We're going to upcycle those rocket sticks. These are mushroom crates. As you can see, I'm storing onions in them, but there are several good uses for mushroom crates, and this is a once used plastic item. This is a throwaway, once used plastic item, but there are a number of ways you can use these in the garden. These are sweet jars, plastic sweet jars. They come in very handy. I'll tell you what I use those for in just a minute. This is a pop bottle. If you've seen some of my videos, you'll know what I'm using these for, and I'm probably repeating myself, but I'm trying to catch everything in this one video. So this is a pop bottle. As you can see, it's had the bottom cut off. These are some yogurt pots. Okay, we like our yogurt pots at Homegrown Veg. It's just a punnet. I'm not too sure if it had strawberries in that or if it had grapes. It's just a punnet. You're probably using these. This is low tech, shall we say. That's just a punnet. Pop that there. Another cut off pop bottle. Pop that there. A shopping bag. Plastic shopping bag. These are thrown away, not in the millions, not in the billions, in a figure bigger than that, if you know what that actually happens to be. But we throw lots of these away. This is a single-use item, usually. Just as these are single-use items, just as these are single-use items, just as these sweet jars are single-use plastic items, just as these yogurt pots are single-use plastic items. You know, we should be trying to make more of what we've got rather than just sending it to the recycler or landfill. And this, I'm sure you've seen these before. It's a 10-inch water bucket, once used 10-inch water bucket. Okay, let me clear the decks and then we'll work through this lot and I'll show you what use we make of them at Homegrown Veg. Okay, before we go any further, let's agree a definition of upcycling, shall we? Let me tell you what the Homegrown Veg definition of upcycling is. It's to reuse discarded objects or materials in such a way as to create something useful and usable. Let's go with the rocket sticks first. Okay, there's the rocket sticks. What we're going to do with these? Well, we're going to get rid of these cardboard powder holders on the top of the rocket, and we're simply going to use the sticks. And we're going to use the rocket sticks as supports. Okay, now they are quite thin, they are flimsy. These aren't going to hold your broad beans up, these aren't going to hold your Brussels sprouts up. You know, you're not going to grow anything heavy up these. but they do have a use in the garden. At least I've found a use for them, and I'm going to show you what that use is in a minute. These are the pot bottles. This one has been topped and tailed, and this one has simply had the bottom cut off it. Okay. This one, when we take the label off it, which is quite easy, just peel it off. This is what the pot bottle looks like, top and tail. As you can see, it's a clear cylinder, and we're going to convert this into a windbreak. So how does it work as a windbreak? Well, let me show you this. This is one of my winter onions growing in a yogurt pot. Okay, the reason it's in here is because the winter onions that I'm growing, which are Japanese onions, are in those 10-inch water buckets, but I had more than I needed, so I've actually put some in these yogurt pots. Okay, now imagine that's outdoors, the wind will quickly bend that over. But if we do this, you'll find that this is quite a good fit in this plastic tube. How good is that? Now that will stop that getting blown over. Now then, if that was in the ground, what we'd do is we'll support that with rocket sticks. We can simply push rocket sticks into the ground next to it so it can't blow over. What I've done in the past, I've stapled 4 of these together, and you'll find that those sit perfectly on the top of those 10-inch water buckets, and I've grown 4 shallots in a 10-inch water bucket, 1 in each of these pot bottle cylinders, and you'd be surprised just how many shallots will grow in a 10-inch water bucket. In fact, what I'm going to do is, you'll find below this video several links showing to previous videos that will show you a start to finish of how I've used these things to grow vegetables in the garden. And there's one on there I think you'll like. It's 4 shallots growing in a pot. You'll be absolutely gobsmacked when you see how many shallots come out of that 10-inch water bucket. Now, this particular pot bottle has just had the bottom cut off, and this would sit perfectly on top of one of those yogurt pots. And if I was to start tomato plants off in those yogurt pots, and I think most of us start our plants off at home, and we usually have them on windowsills. The problem with windowsills is that the light only comes from one direction, and your tomato plant tends to want to lean. Your tomato plant tends to want to lean. But if you tape some paper or tin foil on the back of one of these pot bottles and sit it over your tomato plant, that will keep your tomato plant growing upright, growing straight, growing strong. I've done that. There is a video on the channel, and there will be a link below this video to that video that will show you how these work in relation to growing plants on a windowsill and keeping them tall and strong. And that video is called Grow Tomato Plants in a No-Cost, Easy to Make Light Tube that wraps the plant in light. That's it. No cost, easy to make light tube that wraps the plant in light. That's it. Okay, let's have a look at these cut flower water buckets. Well, it's got to be a plant pot, hasn't it? Drill 4 holes in the bottom. It's now a 10-inch planter. Couldn't be easier. And this is a once used plastic throwaway item. Okay, now you may think, well, you're not going to grow much in that, it's not very big. So again, below this video will be a link to a video. I think that one's entitled Grow Potatoes, Potato Reveal, 4-pot Shootout and Guess the Weight Competition. And you'll actually see 4 potatoes, 1 in each of these pots being harvested. These are early new potatoes, and you'll just see the potential that these 10-inch water buckets have. They throw these away. These guys go to landfill. As you know, black plastic can't be recycled, or at least certainly not by my local council. Just before I take this off the table, plastic shopping bag. Now we throw lots of these away, don't we? We do. We throw lots of these away. There is a video, another video below this video, a link that will show me growing potatoes in these shopping bags. And if you haven't seen it, you're going to say, well, if he's growing them in this 10-inch bucket, why is he lining the bucket with a shopping bag? You don't need it, do you? To grow potatoes in that bucket, you don't need that shopping bag. If you haven't seen the video, you need to watch it. It's in the link below. I think you'll enjoy that video. And also in the text below this video, you'll find another link to a video that shows me growing carrots in these 10-inch water buckets. How many carrots do you reckon you can get out of one of them? You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. If you want to grow carrots in these small water buckets, click that link, watch that video. Let me show you this. Showed you the cardboard before. How about that? Sellotape, tape, baker foil, cardboard. It's a light box. How about that? And this is for those gardeners that start their seeds at home, grow them on the windowsill. I showed you the light tube earlier. That was for individual plants, individual pot plants that you could put the light tube over. But this is for plants that you would grow in cells or grow in trays. You simply sit the cell or the tray in this light box. The light floods in from the window and it's then rebounded and it improves the light that's falling on your seedlings. Now I've done some experiments with light boxes and there is a video on the channel. It's in the text below. There's a link in the text below. HGV, how to boost sweet corn in a homemade no-cost light box, start to finish. And I also use in that particular video a light meter, so you can see how much light the seedlings get just standing on a windowsill. Then you can see how much light the seedlings get when they're in one of these homemade light boxes. And this is just throwaway material, isn't it? It's once used material. So that's the light box. Let's do these mushroom crates again. Well, there's one use, isn't it? Storing onions. Let me put this to one side. Okay, so what other uses could we have for these mushroom crates? Well, if you imagine you've sown a row of seeds, okay, the birds are going to want to have them, and anything else that eats the greenery will want to have them as soon as they come through. Suppose you pop these over like this. How's that? Nothing's going to get your seeds now, is it? They're protected. The sun can get through and the rain can get through, but the birds and the animals that want to eat your seedlings can't get through. So it's a seedling protector, isn't it? Now the other thing you can use these for, as your seedlings get bigger, clearly there's only about 4 inches under there. So as your seedlings get bigger, these have to come off. So we've got taller seedlings now, but the wind's wanting to blow them over. Well, suppose we build a wall like this to keep the wind off. How good is that? Now, these will blow over, won't they? House brick. These won't blow over now. These won't blow over now. They just will not. So you can use these as seed protectors, plant protectors, wind breaks, store your onions, and one last trick for the mushroom crates. How about a garden riddle? How about a garden riddle? Now these aren't heavy duty and they will break. They're not designed for what you're using them for now. So your soil would need to be reasonably light. It wouldn't need to be heavy clay and you wouldn't need to put a lot in there. But it will work as a garden riddle. How good is that? The humble mushroom crate. You've possibly seen these on a previous video. They're just sweet jars, aren't they? That's all they are. Once used, throw away, plastic. Okay, now this one used to have grow more in it, but I've used all the grow more. I need to get some more grow more. But that one I was storing grow more in it. So these make good fertilizer storage jars. That one, you might be able to see it, it still has some blood, fish and bone in it. The guy in the sweet shop has to take these to the plastic recycler week in and week out. Just ask him, he'll give you them. There won't be a problem. These are once used yogurt pots. What I do is I drill some holes in them and make them into small plant pots. We usually grow plants in these and then we pop them on, usually into those 10-inch water buckets. But what I've got here, this is a spring cabbage plant. This plant should be in the garden by now, but I'm doing work on my raised bed, so I can't get them in just yet. I've actually drilled some holes. I don't know if you can see that. This is my attempt at a yogurt pot, air pot. I don't know that these air pots work, and I don't know that this will work, but people seem to be using air pots, so I thought I'd give it a go. So these are air pots. Right, we'll have a quick look at the root system on this before we move on. Let's see if it'll come out of this. Oh yeah, for instance, how it's coming. How's that? Can you see that? That's ready now to go in the garden. I'll give this a dusting of lime before it goes in, just to keep the club root at bay. And then away we go with spring cabbages. This I'm using as a water spray. I'm not too sure where the spray mechanism came from. I think that came out of some sort of detergent or washing up or cleaning agent. I think this is a water bottle. I've just screwed it on. But you can use any bottle as long as you wash it out, and always put a label on there. It's my water spray. strawberry punnet. Again, that'll protect your seeds. Just stick it over there. It's likely to want to blow away in the wind. Put a stone on top or a pebble, or stick those rocket sticks through the holes. That'll hold it down, it won't blow away then. Okay, you'll be pleased to know this is the last item I'm going to show you in this video. 10-inch pizza base, polystyrene, used once, throw it away. Piece of plastic netting out of the garden, it's jiggered, that will be thrown away. But I've cut that into roughly a 10-inch disc. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to use these to sow our seeds thinly when we sow carrots in a 10-inch pot. If you're working in 5-gallon buckets, just upscale. Instead of a 10-inch pizza, you'll probably need a 12-inch pizza to get the base. That's a paper template, and these paper templates are free. And I'm going to give you a link to one of my videos, be in the text below again, that will show you me sowing seeds using this right through till I harvest the carrots from the pot. Okay, now these, you can get these templates free. All you need is an A4 printer at home and to visit a channel that I'll give you a link to down below. Watch the video, and then when you've printed these off, you simply stick them together, cut them out, poke some holes in, and as you can see, that one has 19 holes in, so I'd sow 19 seeds using that template, and that one has 30 holes in, so I'd use that template to sow 30 seeds. Okay, these are absolutely free, at least the pattern is, so that you can make this template. It's shown in the video in the link below, and I think that one is called something like how to sow your carrot seeds using a free template. Grow vegetables. Okay, we should all grow vegetables, shouldn't we? And we should all upcycle. And no doubt there are things that you're upcycling that I'm not upcycling, and I hope you'll tell me about them in the comments, and I hope you will comment, and I hope you will give me a thumbs up, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Okay, so this is Homegrown Veg, signing out.